Yo, peeps, what's going on? Hopefully, you guys are having a good Friday night. I know that I am. In case you guys don't know, at work Friday nights we have a little barbecue. We have well, I guess this kind of is a family. We're all pretty close. I love the people that I work with, offside and on YouTube. But offside of YouTube, we have a barbecue at work every Friday, and we close down, have some fun, and drink a little bit. But that's not what we're here talking about. But just in case I sound a little slow or remedial, that is why, peeps. That is why. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., we're going to be back here live, 1 p.m., with the DSA, talking about the Pistons, man, and getting kind of back into the groove of things and the sway of things and talking some basketball news because, man, in this week we have had a ton of Detroit Pistons news. And none may be bigger than this. In case you guys haven't seen it, if you guys don't have Twitter, I haven't had time to go back because he's retweeted a lot of things. I'm not sure where this has started. But former Detroit Pistons Spencer Dinwiddie, shout out to everybody in the chat again. Make sure you guys check out the description. There's a lot of things in the description, like links to my Instagram and Twitter, to all the DSA members, and to the DSA website, which we might play around with a little bit tonight. Because today we are going to be answering a lot of the peeps' questions, who I haven't interacted with in quite some time. But the main thing is Spencer Dinwiddie, former Detroit Piston. He tweeted, hold on, well, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Go ahead and switch to the reaction. Now, YouTube, just so you know, this is Twitter. This is not me. Any ads that pop up, not me. Anything that you may find offensive is not me. So, this is where it starts today. I have liked it, and I am ready to talk about it. It says, from the real Spencer Dinwiddie, at Dinwiddie _25, says the real question is, who should I sign with? Nets, Western Conference, Eastern Conference, and with 42.8% of 9,154% of the votes, the Detroit Pistons. Safe to say we screwed this one up, man. Spencer Dinwiddie has turned into just a phenomenal player. Oh, I just realized I'm not following him. Let's go ahead and change that. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes in recent memory that the Pistons have made. Spencer has put the time, dedication, effort, mental aspect into his game and has become a borderline all-star. Not an all-star, but a borderline all-star. Meaning, if somebody good gets hurt, he's a candidate to replace that person, especially at the guard position. Spencer is phenomenal right now. I would love the Detroit Pistons to have him. Now, somebody today on the community post, I shared this exact same post that you're seeing right now with you. Somebody said that this could change our draft strategy, and you're absolutely right. I do not believe Spencer is a free agent. I think he has 3 years left on his contract. I don't know. But I don't think he's a free agent. Now, you know what? As a matter of fact, why don't we go to old reliable Google, and why don't we research this for ourselves? I'm terrible with names, so if I spell it right, Spencer, oh, look at that. I have it saved. Let's go ahead and pull up his contract. Keyboard didn't want to hit space there. Contract. Boom, bada bing. Let's see, $34.4 million. I want to see the length of it though. Let's try this again. YouTube, not me. Don't copy strike me. Don't copyright me. Sounds like a Tupac. So it looks like he is on the Brooklyn Nets to next year, and he has a player option. So it kind of sucks for us because I don't think he's a free agent. But the way the NBA works, Shout out to Tony. I see you right there. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I see Pistons Wave down there. What did Pistons Wave say? What did Pistons Wave say? It says come back. I already like that. Go subscribe to Pistons Wave. His YouTube channel is Pistons Talk. Go subscribe to both of those fellas right there. You might want to trade though. And here's my thought towards that. They got Kyrie Irving. That's going to be the number one starter. I think Spencer is a quality starting point guard. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. He could start for a lot of teams, especially a team like the Pistons, where we started a player like Tim Frazier at point guard. There's no doubt in my mind that I would want a player like Spencer starting over that jabroni. May God rest his soul. He didn't die. He's just trash. But let's go ahead and retract this. Let's see if we can go back and find out what all this is. If Spencer is really willing to come back to the Detroit Pistons, because like you guys, I don't know. He says I'll double down. Y'all crowdfund 2625.8 because BTC. I don't know what that means. I'll sign a minimum contract for my next deal with the team y'all vote for. I'll give y'all a month to make it happen. I don't know what this means. Just go ahead and click the retweet. It says, nah, 1,000 BTC. Again, don't know what that means, though. I'm rolling. And Angel Exotic says, would you delete your Twitter account and social media for 100 Bitcoin? So all this is over Bitcoin. Go ahead and let's see if we can't retract it. So it says, would you delete your Twitter and account and social media for 100 Bitcoin? Then he says, nah, 1,000 BTC. Again, what does BTC mean? Let's go ahead and see if I can't figure this out. I don't know what the hell BTC means. I don't know what I'm highlighting. Again, I'm drunk. What does BTC mean? PT stands for what? Biting the carpet, computing, slang technology. What? BTC is Bitcoin. Okay, I'm gonna roll with that because biting the carpet, computing, doesn't sound right here. I'm not judging the carpet biters. But he says, nah, 1,000 Bitcoin though. I'm rolling. Then he says, I'll double down. Y'all crowdfund 2625.8 Bitcoin. I'll sign a minimum contract for my next deal with the team y'all vote for. I'll give you a month to make it happen. The real question is who should I sign with? The Nets, 26.7 votes. Western Conference, 22%. Eastern Conference, 8.5%. And then the whopping Detroit Pistons at 4.28% out of 9,154 votes. The Detroit Pistons. So what does this all mean? Is he trolling us? I don't know. Probably. If I was him, I wouldn't come back to Detroit. And I'm putting myself in his shoes. If a team that drafted me in the second round gave up on me, didn't think I was worth anything at all. Now that I'm a little bit of something, because he's not an all-star yet, he's a borderline all-star, and he's a damn good point guard. Why would I go back to the team that doubted me, that didn't think I had any value, that thought I was just going to be just a jabroni? Why would I go back to that team? That's the real question. I don't think he's coming back to the Detroit Pistons. I would love to have Spencer back here and the Detroit Pistons red, white, and blue, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Again, I'd say like I said, I would love for it to happen, but being a human being, if I was in Spencer's shoes, which I would like to think that I was, the job that I work at now is the greatest job I've ever had. I work at a car dealership. I won't say their names, but the people that I work with are super cool, super fun, real life, down to earth people. The job I had prior, it was miserable. I hated the owners. I hated what they tried to tell me what to do, what I can't do. And now that I have this new opening, a new freedom, I would never go back to that old job no matter what. And I think that kind of holds the same weight as an NBA player. A team like the Pistons that limited your minutes. Now, granted, this was Stan Van Gundy. This team's under new ownership. It's got a new coach, stuff like that. But it's the name, and you know what happened to you in the past. You never really got much of an opportunity. They cast you away first opportunity that they had. I don't think if I'm Spencer, I would go back there. And that's just a personal experience. And he might think differently, but that's what I would think if I was a player. And it's kind of what I think now with my current job situation. Because I like doing YouTube, but I don't make enough to do a YouTube full time. You know? I don't think that the Nets can afford to let him go. Because between... Now, this is going to decide if they bring back DeAndre Jordan or not. But next year, the Nets are going to have Kyrie and Kevin Durant healthy. Good God Almighty. That is a dynamic duo. That could bring back DeAndre Jordan. Block shots, gets rebounds. Plus, you're going to have Jared Allen coming off the bench. That's probably the best backup center you can have. Plus, Spencer Dinwiddie, who would start at the 2 if you wanted him to. But then you got Karis LeVert, who's mighty, mighty good. He's a great six-man, man. The Nets need him. I don't see how they can let him go. I don't know, man. This is all speculation. Shout out to all 26 people in the chat right now. Make sure you like the video. And make sure you come back tomorrow for Above the Rim, 1 p.m. You guys seem like you guys want him. I want him too. Believe me, I do. I don't see how it's going to happen. Montez Harrell. I don't really know what to think about him. He's a high energy guy. Plays great defense. He's explosive above the rim, but is he really a starter? Because I kind of look at him in the same light as Christian Wood. Is he a 4? Is he a 5? He fits what the Clippers are doing. He's a great player for the Clippers, but if you put him in a position to, I don't know, be the 5, is he going to work out? I don't know. Because if he comes here, if we sign him, he's going to have a lot of responsibilities to be a borderline all-star. Because that's what Andre Drummond was. Right now, I think Christian Wood would be in borderline all-star. Offensively, Christian Wood can do more. Defensively, there's a little bit of mismatches on defense, but not many. If we didn't give up on him and Middleton, we would be a much better team. Daniel, shout out to poor Daniel for our heartbreaking loss of Chris Middleton and Spencer Dinwiddie. You would be right, man. Those two guys. Chris Middleton has been a 2-time All-Star now, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's been there for once, but I think he's a 2-time All-Star now. Spencer's a borderline All-Star. If you would have kept both of those players, they would have fit Andre Drummond so well. You guys don't even understand. That would be a legit, solid 3-man crew. Then you throw in people like Luke Kennard, Mihailuk in the deal. You got 2 shooting guards who shoot 40% from downtown. All you would need is a Marcus Marshall, Tobias Harris that would still be here, and you would be set. You would be set. It's a shame, man. Looking back at what this Pistons team has done in the last... Oh, shoot. What was 2003? That was over 20 years ago. Man, such a long time ago. Crazy to look back at that. We have made almost the wrong decision almost every single time. This team could be completely different. Our history, our foundation, our culture could be completely different. And we butchered it every single step of the way, man. I'm with you, man. If we kept Middleton and Spencer Dinwiddie what they have turned into now, which maybe they wouldn't have under Stan Van Gundy. Stan didn't like a whole lot of people. But those are two great players to have in your backcourt. It's a shame what we missed out on, man. Damn shame. I don't know if Andre was a little too soft. He just wasn't as good defensively as we wanted him to be. I love Andre, man. I'll always root for Andre. I don't think he's going to sign with the Warriors. Giannis is going to stay with Milwaukee. But back to Dre, man. I just don't think a lot of people liked Andre Drummond. That's what it boils down to. He wasn't a three-point shooting five, which in today's NBA, if you're not, people don't respect you or like you. I don't know. I liked Andre Drummond, man. I liked Andre. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's officially opted into his contract with the Cavaliers or not. I wish Andre the best of luck. I'm not going to be ever rooting against him. Double D, I like that hook cam. I'm going to need to make a t-shirt with that. I love double Ds. Hey, shout out to Devin99. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you guys have not, let's do this together. Let's do this together. I think this is the best way to do it. Let's go here. And let's go check out the DSA website together. Look at that. I got it saved because it's super, super dope. Again, my computer sucks while I'm streaming. I'm sorry. It's usually not this slow, but when you stream, it takes effect. I don't think I have my computer plugged in. It says it's plugged in. Load. So, this is the DSA website, man. If you guys have not heard of it or checked it out, it is simply DetroitSportsAlliance.com. We don't have to do anything fancy with it. It's completely our own. We were able to have the name and all this cool stuff. And this is simply a rough draft. There's going to be so much more content coming to it. So you guys are going to want to save the link. Links in the description in case you can't know, or in case you don't know how to spell Detroit Alliance, Sports Alliance. Yikes, shots kicking in. This is where you go. It shows you our recent uploads. It shows you all the DSA members. So in case you're watching one of our shows, and say we have, well, let's do this. Jay Smooth, for example. I'm curious to see who this is, because I don't know. We will check this one out. Again, it is a work in progress. Jim spent a lot of time into it. It shows you all the members. So if you want to check out Detroit Drew, in case you missed an episode of the Detroit Drew show, where I ramble on about the Detroit Pistons, or I can't believe I'm going to say it, if I very rarely talk about the Detroit Lions, you can go check that one out. So there's something here about Jay Smooth. I don't know that one. But here it says no upcoming events, and that's just because Jim's a very busy man. But usually if he's on top of it, it will let you know where the Above the Rim show is going to be hosted, either on my channel or JMO's channel. It will show you where the roundtable is going to be. So right here, gives you a little bit about me. It says, and that's the bottom line, because Detroit Drew said so. The host of Above the Rim, which I am, all thing Detroit Pistons, and drinker of the Drew Weiser. Drew Weiser, peeps. Cheers. It connects my Twitter feed to it. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter and you want to see what I tweet a lot of dumb things on there. There's my reaction to Spencer Dinwiddie. I retweet the roundtable and post my videos on there. So in case you guys don't follow me on social media, that's where you can find me. And then I guess if you're not subscribed, you can click there. And boom, bada bang, you go to my channel. There's Detroit Sports Alliance Twitter feed right there. Boom, I see Detroit Luke, I see Rachel. Shout out to everybody in the DSA. And it's got a little bit of my videos on there. So just in case you guys aren't familiar with the website, man, we will be adding a lot of things to it, like merchandise and just all kinds of crazy things, man. We got a lot of plans for it. It's going to be huge. So if you guys like watching Detroit Drew, or if you're a Detroit Lions fan or Pistons fan, You're going to want to check it out. We are looking for people. So I see about 30 people in the comments right now. If you guys are interested, I don't care how old or how young you are, if you're interested in writing about the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit Lions, Detroit Tigers, or the Detroit Red Wings, let me know via Twitter or Instagram. We want to get some of you guys' input on the website. And what I mean by that is we're looking for people to write some articles about some of the teams. For right now, nobody in the DSA is really covering the Lion. Or, yikes, scratch that. Let me start over. We're live. People, I'll make mistakes. Nobody in the DSA is really talking Tigers or Red Wings. Thank you. I got a round of applause. Thank you. So what we're really looking for is to broaden our audience, reach more people with it. And by doing so, adding hockey and baseball, which I love baseball, man. I'm really good at it. It's my best sport. I love basketball the most, but playing-wise, I'm the best at baseball, man. That's what I do. I hit dingers, and I throw people out, or I catch balls because I catch first, and I'm a catcher. Pause. And point being, if you guys want to get interested in that, like Daniel, I see you have a hockey pitcher. It doesn't mean you have to do anything on it, but if people are looking to get into journalism and writing articles like DetroitBadBoys.com, they write a lot of articles. People like Yahoo or ESPN, they all write articles about sports teams. Like the Detroit Pistons have their own beat writers. The Detroit Lions have their own beat writers. Lions have their own. Wait, I already said the Lions twice. Red Wings, Tigers all have their own personal writers. But we're looking for people to get their own input on it. So if you guys want to get into that, let me know. What position in baseball do I play? I played first and I played catcher. Daniel says, could we make a trade package to get Middleton back? I don't think Milwaukee wants to part ways with him. I really don't. Alex says, how about bringing Ish back too? Right now, no. I got to see what the Pistons do in the draft. If we can get a player like Killian Hayes, LaMelo, Cole Anthony, that's really going to be our point guard of the future. We got to develop them right now. Plus, we got Derrick Rose still on the roster. He's the sixth man. Right now, Ish Smith doesn't fit the mold. I just don't see how it can happen. I don't see it. Alex said, I'm liking DeRozan. You guys could lead us a few years. Money well spent. I'm not a huge DeRozan fan, so I'm going to say no. Cali King 40. Wait, did I say that right? Call King 40. Sorry, buddy. I saw we end up with the fourth pick. Lottery hasn't happened yet. We don't know where we're picking. Stephen says Detroit Drew could become the next scout for the Pistons. We can make it happen. I'll take the paycheck. Thank you very much. Diego, did I say that right? You think Blake is staying? For right now, yeah. For right now, Blake is not going anywhere. D-Lock, Donovan Mitchell, one out of Utah. See, here's the thing, though. We got a lot of point guard, let me start over. D-Lock, Donovan Mitchell, one out of Utah. We have a lot of shooting guards. I just don't know if that's the right player we need right now. Again, the Donovan's the right player, but we need a point guard more than anything right now. I'm not trading for anything other than a point guard. Because that's what we need in the draft. That's what we need in free agency. That's what we need in the trade market. The point guard, man. Whether we like it or not. And I like it a lot. People don't like the lineup of Blake at the 4 and Christian Wood at the 5. Offensively, this is what's best for the team. Defensively, there's going to be a lot of matchups. No doubting that. But if you get a good point guard who can orchestrate this offense, this potentially could be a top 5 offense. And a player like Donovan Mitchell who can play the 1 or the 2, he's really a 2 who just primarily ball handles the ball because point guard doesn't really have a whole lot of good point guards. We need a point guard, man. This is what we needed with Andre Drummond. What we needed with Blake Griffin. This is what the Pistons have needed, man. I don't know, man. I want Melo. Melo is going to be good. Melo is going to be better offensively than LaMelo. Come on, brain. LaMelo is going to be better than Lonzo. Take it to the bank, cash it, deposit it, save it for later. I don't care. Melo is going to be better than Lonzo. And Lonzo's pretty solid right now. If the Pistons don't get a point guard this year, they're not making the playoffs. That's pretty plain and simple. If they do get a point guard, the Pistons, yes, the Detroit Pistons will be higher than an 8 seed. How high will they go? I don't know. I'm going to have to see what the rest of the Eastern Conference can do. But to have a good point guard, a young, promising point guard, rather if it's Melo, Killian Hayes, Cole Anthony, you name them, Tyrese, whatever if you get a good prospect and Derrick Rose, this team's going to go places, people. This could be potentially a half a year rebuild. Not a year, because they haven't tanked the whole year. They were trying to make the playoffs this whole year. But if they got the 5th overall pick right now. And if the league comes back, they need to tank, and they need to tank hard. And I'm not a fan of tanking, but they need to tank hard. Get that top 4 pick. You get that top 4 pick, baby. You're guaranteed Melo. You're guaranteed Killian Hayes. You're guaranteed Cole Anthony. You're guaranteed Tyrese. You're guaranteed almost pretty much whoever you want outside of Anthony Edwards and James Wiseman. Because I think Wiseman's going to Golden State. It's what makes sense to me. It's what makes sense to many of you. Pistons need to go out and secure this point guard position. And if we come back, if the regular season does happen, which is kind of up in the air right now, we don't know what's going to happen. But the Pistons are healthy right now. Blake's back. Kennard's back. We're going to win a lot more games right now if the season does come back, unfortunately. That's kind of why, for the Pistons fans, I hope they jump right into playoff basketball. Because we're not going to be there, man. We're not a playoff team. But going into the draft, if we're able to land a player, like I said previously, LaMelo, Killian Hayes, Cole Anthony, we're a playoff team, man. We got a point guard to start. Quality, young player. Safe, not injured. Then you got Derrick Rose coming off the bench. Go out there and sign a 3rd point guard. And now, rather if that's Jordan Bone taking a gap or a leap in his game, if it's Bruce Brown, Luke Kennard, Mihailuk developing some playmaking ability, to get that 3rd string point guard, you're going to need it because Derrick Rose is going to miss some games. You're going to need that 2nd-tier point guard to come in when he's out. One of those people at this team needs to step up. Plus, you need to go out there and get defensive centers, whether if it's Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, somebody that can come into the game and change the pace. Yikes! Change the pace defensively. Go out there and get some rebounds, block some shots, because you don't got Andre here, man. Love Christian Wood, but he's not getting 16.5 rebounds per game. So I need to go out there and get one of these top-tier centers, man, who can go out there and change the game defensively. You get that? We're sitting pretty. We're a playoff team. And I'd say we're the 6th seed right there. And there's not a whole lot of people in free agency I want to go out there and get. So I think that if we get a top 4 pick, we're spending it on a point guard, or we're trading down to get a point guard if Melo's off the board. Because, I mean, realistically, that's what makes sense. Then we go out there in free agency, get JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, whoever, to come in here and play defense for us off of Christian Wood. Our offense is going to be ridiculous. I mean, say what you want about LaMelo. Say you're not a LaMelo fan. Just picture this lineup offensively. Defensively, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. But for this offensive unit, this makes the most sense. LaMelo, Luke Kennard, Mihailuk, Blake Griffin, and Christian Wood. That's a top 5, top 4 offense. It's must-see TV, a lot of highlights, a lot of threes, a lot of dunks. And then defensively, you bring in Tony Snell. You bring in a JaVale McGee, a Dwight Howard. You're sitting pretty. You got Bruce Brown coming in out there. He can guard the 1 through 3 position. Go out there on your bench, get some defensive players. You're sitting pretty. Plus, you get to bring back Langston Galloway in a cheap deal. Again, I'm not a huge Langston fan, but on a cheap deal, what he provides for this team is what you would need for a cheap deal. Stan gave him way too much money. Not a fan of his contract. But if you bring him on a league minimum, $2, $3, $4 million deal per year. That's what he's worth. We just overpaid for him. This squad has a real potential to be really good offensively next year, people. Really good. Stephen says, but Detroit Drew. But the Pistons are a defensive team that's been the thing. Okay, 2003, 2004 finals. Yes, but it's a new NBA. They want to change the culture, and to change that culture, to take a player like LaMelo, man. To have a player like Luke coming off the bench, or a player like Luke Kennard coming off the bench, if that's what they do, beautiful. A 76ers fan base site or fan site called 76ers Wire. What? Wire says 76ers moved Al Horford for Blake Griffin. Hell no. I don't want Al Horford. He's trash. Andre against Ewing. You called it. Ewing. I don't like Patrick Ewing, but he tear him up. Diego's Christian Woods is an all-star next year. I believe it, especially if we're winning games. Henry said, why would Philly do that? Again, I don't know. I don't like Al Horford. Quillfish, just because the Pistons had a defensive team 20 years ago, kind of hard to believe that was 20 years ago, but it is. Doesn't mean that they would have the same different era, different players, different coaches. Absolutely right, man. Different era, different time. Make sure y'all smash that like button. I see 36 people watching my video right now. I only see 16 likes. I see one dislike. Whoever disliked the video, turn that dislike sideways. Shine it up real nice. Make it pretty. Like I said, turn it sideways. Let's take it right up where the sun don't shine. I want to see 33. You know what? I need this before I can talk. Drew Weiser. I want to see 36 likes, man. And I know Onage. I know you like the video, man. I'm here talking to the peeps. This is your time, man. If you guys got any questions to ask Detroit Drew, man, whatever it is, if it's personal, basketball related, let me know, man. Although I do have to pee. I'm going to share that with you. No one's asked that question, but I'm going to answer that right now. I do have to pee, and I have to pee really bad. If we could swing Dinwiddie, I'd rather take Anthony Edwards or Toppin. I don't know. If we trade for him, maybe. I don't know though. Okay, so I can watch Drew's house, beer and talk basketball all day. Buddy, me too. I wish my phone would stop disconnecting though. I sense an echo. Why is it echoing? So I got Snowball, which is my mic, desktop up. That's what it was. No? Am I echoing? I hear an oh, maybe I turned my volume on my desktop. Maybe that's why I can hear it. Let's try to mute that. Boom. Now I can't hear it. So now I don't know if I'm echoing or not. Jarrell Crystal says, the Pistons suck. Hey, Jarrell, you suck, buddy. You suck. What's the biggest problem with how the ESPN Detroit Pistons? Man, I can't read. I sound really dumb. Again, it is the Jack, not Drew. ESPN's never liked the Pistons because it goes way back to the Bad Boys. The Bad Boys had a bad rep in beating people like Magic, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, winning 2 titles. They should have won 3 in a row. To the 2004 team just taking down the pants, rest in peace, Kobe, but taking down the pants of Shaq and Kobe and just bam, spanking that like someone you would find on Door Highway. Shout out to the people on Flint. They don't get credibility because they never had the liking of ESPN. If we would have had a player like Michael Jordan, we would have. But we were better than people like Michael. We were better than Kobe and Shaq. We beat those teams, and we beat them bad. And because that's what ESPN values. that we never get put in that light because we beat their Golden Boys. That's why ESPN doesn't like the Pistons. Demo says, what do you, parentheses, really think our record would be this season? See, well, I don't know if you're talking about this season because technically this season is still on. But next year, I don't know. I got to see what the Pistons do in the draft, who we get in free agency. Now, if you guys would excuse me, I'm going to play the intro. Don't leave. I'm going to be right back. It's going to take like 3 seconds. But I'm going to go take a leak. I know you guys don't want to hear it. But I have to go to the bathroom or the stream's going to be really short. And I don't want to go anywhere. So just give me 1 second. As a lot of the advisors, I will be right back. 1 second.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, see, just like that, I'm back, man. That's what I missed, man. Does Detroit Drew make the free throw? That's my question. Okay, man, why are you doing this to me, man? In my defense, that was after the Detroit Pistons game. And who were we playing that night? I want to say we were playing the Bulls. We were playing the Bulls. The Detroit Pistons gave me the Pistons 6 deal. I was able to go to the game for $10. That's what the deal was. Dude, I basically had courtside seats. That's what they call it, courtside. That's pretty much what I had. Then I got a deal where I was able to go shoot a free throw after the game. I had a bunch of Drew Wisers, man. I was not in good decision-making form. Kind of like now. I'm starting over my words. My mic's like way over my face. Oh, you guys... No. I did not make it, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. But I was able to walk on center court, shoot a free throw. So it's got to go in the intro, man. It's got to go in the intro. I missed it. I shot it. I pulled it too far left. I knew as soon as I shot it. It felt good, but like deep down inside, I knew it wasn't going to go in. Hit the rim, bounced up, fell out. I did not make it, but it's more... It's really more of an emotional thing, man. It's more of a pride thing. Throughout this last year, I was able to be put in a position. Shout out to everyone who follows me on Twitter. It's why I got it. I was able to get a large enough following where the Pistons kind of just reached out to me, saw me part of this Pistons 6 program. I was able to go see my 2 favorite teams play for free, and my 2 favorite teams are the Dallas Mavericks. I love me some Dirk. I love me some Luka right now, man. He's the real deal. I'm not a huge Kristaps Porzingis fan, but since he went to Dallas, I'm rooting for him. They were able to reach out. I got to go see that game for free, man. I was able to go out there. For everyone who watches Above the Rim, Pistons Post, a.k.a. Sekou Got Next, was able to meet me in person. Dose of Dion 2.0. I'll see you in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe to that guy. Great YouTuber for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you guys subscribe to him if you guys aren't already. I was able to see Bravo from Above the Rim in person, man. All because of you guys. Without that, Detroit Drew's probably not here right now. Detroit Drew's probably not here. So thanks to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are the reasons I was able to get those deals for the Pistons game. To go check them out. I know Kings got the deal. I know so many people on Twitter got the deal. You guys are the OGs, man. And it's things like that. I'm able to wear this championship belt for beating Dwayne Casey and Tom Gores and Matt Patricia all in the squared circle. I haven't worn. Hold on, let me turn it around the right way. I haven't worn. It doesn't look. It looks backward on the camera. Maybe this way is the best way. This is why I wear this belt, man. Is because of you guys, man. I was able to beat those guys in the squared circle in the WWE ring. You guys love those videos. I don't know who I want to fight next in that, man. Those videos are a lot of fun to make. I don't know who I want to fight next. I don't. I'll figure it out, though. I'm smart. Probably if the Pistons butchered this draft, I'll probably fight Ed Stefanski and Dwayne Casey. Dose to Dion with the $1.99. Hey, man. I appreciate you, man. Everything you do for the Lions, like me personally, I'm not high in the Lions last year. I had my feelings just ripped out, man. Like that ex-girlfriend of yours, or if anyone's watching that's a female, an ex-boyfriend who just took your heart and ripped it out of your chest, who you thought was going to be the one, and they did something dirty to you. That's kind of what the Lions did to me last year, man. This is really the first year where I'm not hyped up for the Lions at all. They broke my heart last year. I didn't necessarily want to see them make the playoffs. I just want to see them improve, and quite opposite. Let's see what Dylan says here. Do you see the Pistons trading D Rose for a pick in this year's draft? It's possible. I don't know how real it is. I think right now what the Pistons need to do, and again, I'm not disrespecting Blake Griffin or Derrick Rose. I love both of those guys, man. I'm glad they're Detroit Pistons. I mean, if you would have told me 10 years ago, 6 years ago, that we would have had a Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, I would have told you something very funny and something very disrespectful. And now that we do, I'm thankful that they come to Detroit. And both of those players are leaders and mentors to these young fellas. Thankful that they're here. I'm glad they're Detroit Pistons. But as the front office has to do, we got to look at the best options for our future. How much is Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin really a part of our future? Not really. They're good for right now, but in 5 years, how are they going to be looking at our team? Not that well. I don't know if right now we trade them. Derrick Rose is a great six-man for us. He's done incredibly well at that position, at his job, for the last 2 years, 3 years or so. I don't know if we trade him. Marvin Tolbert, shout out to you, man. What's up, Drew? We traded for Didwell? Now, he just tweeted some stuff. You should fight out. Oh, bro, don't get me started on Al Avila, bro. You know what, though, man? I think that's what's next. I have to lay Detroit smackdown on some of the Tigers front office, because what they did to my team was disgraceful and downright mean, hurtful to me. Dude, Miguel Cabrera is my hero, bro. He got me back into baseball. I almost ended the stream because I was pointing too hard. What he did to this team is flat out disgusting. How do you let Mark Scherzer or Rick Porcello, who went on to win Cy Young, walk away from this team? How do you trade away a potential MVP in Justin Verlander, who went on to win the World Series, even though the Astros were cheating? How? Trade away J.D. Martinez away for a bag of potato chips. I love the Tigers, man, but I don't know. How many people we got watching right now? According to me, we got about 40-ish. Only 27 likes. Come on, y'all. I don't ask for much from y'all. I really don't. Let's get them likes up, bro. I'm fired up today, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk hoops. I'm ready for hoops to return. I'm ready for this whole thing just to be over with. It feels like we have been in our houses for months. We have. We need sports right now, man. Appreciate you, Marvin. That's why we wear the belt. The peeps. So I'm thinking about this while we're waiting for some more people to submit some comments, questions, thoughts, concern about Detroit Drew or the DSA in general. Here's what I'm thinking. For 3K, what I did, I gave away a certain person a jersey. He asked for a Derrick Rose jersey. They got a Derrick Rose jersey. For 4K, I plan on doing another stand-up special. Right now, I have a lot of time to write material. Right now, I don't have any material wrote down. But that's for the peeps. And for when we hit 4K, I'm thinking what we're going to do is very much so what I'm wearing right now is a custom-made number 69, has to be 69, Detroit Drew jersey. Time we hit 4K, I'm going to do another giveaway. Someone's going to get this number 69. Not this one. But a custom-made Detroit Drew jersey, number 69. You get a different one. A Detroit Drew 316 shirt. And a invitation to come on and talk some hoops with us on Above the Rim. So what I need from the guys in the chat, anyone who's watching at this point, while we're not live, I need you guys to share the video, share my channel on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, MySpace, Tinder. What's another dating website? I don't know. But anywhere you guys can share my channel to get subscribers, every little bit helps. And when we hit 4K, which we're only about 700 and some change away, could be here before we know it, you guys are going to get a boatload of stuff in return. I don't even have a Drew 316 shirt yet. It's still in the works. I haven't found a place I want to make it yet for reasonable prices. Everyone that I have gone through, I have the design made. It's very simple. It says Detroit Drew. It says Drew 316 on the front. On the back, it says DSA. It's very simple. But everywhere that I go that I want to make it, it's charging you guys to buy it like $35. I want it to be like 20-ish or below. So blame that on the t-shirt creators. But I don't even have one made yet. So when you guys get one, you're going to pretty much be having one before I do. All jokes aside, do you think Jordan Bone can run point? Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be... Again, it's hard to tell right now because he's a rookie. I don't know if he's ever going to be a starting point guard. He's a very quality... He's a very quality, good point guard to come off the bench. That's where his potential is at right now. The last pick in the second round, how good do I see him to be? I don't know. Only time will tell. It's on Dwayne Casey as Stefanski and Jordan Bone and the G League coach to make it up to him. Man, my phone just keeps disconnecting. My phone charger sucks. So, Troy Drew, thoughts on DeMarcus Cousins for center? He's banged up right now. I don't know how healthy he's going to be, so we gotta wait and see. I'm not gonna pay him a bunch of money right now. He's just injury prone right now. But when healthy, he is the best center in the league. If you don't consider Anthony Davis a center. How long have we been on, man? Been on for an hour yet? We've been pretty close to on for an hour. I don't want to be on all night because we're going to be on all day tomorrow talking about Pistons. We got JMO coming on. We got Bravo coming on. We got a bunch of DSA members coming on. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not already. Come back tomorrow at 1 p.m., man. Above the Rim. We're going to be talking hoops. We're going to be talking draft. We haven't talked draft at all today. So tomorrow we are definitely going to be talking that. So come back tomorrow. Like I said, 1 p.m. for Above the Rim. If you don't, you're not a Detroit Drew fan, and I will know. Instagram, Twitter, DSA members, DSA website in the description. Check it all out. I'm going to continue my quest to drink all my beer. Detroit Drew, what's your favorite all-time beer? Well, that's a good question before I end this thing. Drew Weiser is code for Budweiser. That's my go-to. That's my everyday beer. I mix it up every once in a while. You know, I like a wide variety of beers, especially when I go out to the bar, which I can't right now, which has been killing me, just absolutely killing me. Budweiser is my go-to though. You know, I mean, everyone pretty much likes Budweiser, but when I go out to the bar, I mix it up every once in a while. But make sure you guys leave it all down in the comments afterwards. Come back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Like I said, check out the DSA website. Super duper dope. And then when the Detroit Drew 316 shirts do come out, they are going to be on that website. We are currently coming up with all of our ideas for all the members on t-shirts, coffee mugs, hats, stuff like that to have on the website. We're going to be coming out with you guys like a shopping mall. Like, you're going to have so much stuff to buy. You're going to have a hard time deciding what you want to buy. Like, it's going to be dope, man. I can't wait. So you guys got to stay tuned for all that. Make sure you subscribe to all the DSA members, because there's a lot of people out there right now who are talking down on us, who think we're not awesome or dope or anything like that. You guys are dead wrong, man. The Detroit Sports Alliance really cares about the people. At least I do. We care about our teams. Even though I'm not hyped on the Lions, the Pistons often can go very good or very bad. We love our teams to the death. I mean, check this out. Hold on. Let me do this for you. See that? Oh. There we go. Oh, kind of. That is my tattoo, man. That's my very first tattoo. Now, it's not the most brightest or beautifulest. I have to get it touched up. I have not got it touched up yet because the guy I got it from is very shady. But that's supposed to represent the Pistons. Again, it needs to be touched up. It's lost a lot of its color. It has not held up well at all. And then, obviously, that's the Detroit Lions, the Detroit Tigers. And then, obviously, that is the Detroit Red Wings. I love these teams to death, bro. I'm Detroit till I die. I'm also Nirvana till I die. You see the Nirvana shirt at the back? Budweiser till I die. Detroit Weiser. Or Detroit Weiser. I'm very multi-talented. If you guys don't think that I like all my sports teams, you're wrong. If you're ever want to talk down on me or the DSA, you're dead wrong, bro. We care. We love our teams. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even though we don't think there are certain teams going to make the playoffs, doesn't mean we're not rooting against them. I want to see the Lions make the playoffs. I want to see the Tigers make the playoffs. I want to see the Red Wings make the playoffs. I want to see the Pistons make the playoffs. You guys just sound really dumb. For all those who say we don't care, we don't do our research or whatever, this is all opinion-based, man. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I thought the Pistons were going to be a 6 seed this year. And that was if they were healthy. And they weren't healthy at all this year. And it shows. We're not rocket scientists. But if this team is healthy, this team is a 6 seed. At the very least. I appreciate everyone rocking with me tonight, man. Random stream. I told you guys I was going to do it. And to have this turn out, it's pretty damn good. I'm happy with it. Make sure you guys share the video. Come back tomorrow when I'm sober and can think straight. I'm sure Jamo's going to have a lot to say. I know Bravo's going to have some off-the-wall prospect. I wish I could English, man. English is a very hard language. Let me back up. I know Bravo's going to have some off-the-wall prospect Thank you very much. That he's going to want to talk about. Absolutely. I see Detroit for life. I see 3-1-3 for life. Detroit versus everybody, bro. If you ain't with us, you're against us, man. Come back tomorrow. We'll be live again. We'll be answering your questions. So if you don't have a question for me, if you got a question for JMO, Nomis, CA3, Bravo, whoever, however, we're going to answer it, man. I got nothing to do tomorrow. We'll be on for as long as I want to be on. As long as you guys are in the comments, asking questions, being active, tomorrow there will be no end to the stream. We could be on for an hour to damn near 12 hours, depending on how active you guys are. So be sure to tell your moms, dads, brothers, sisters, girlfriends, boyfriends, wives, husbands, friends, non-friends, enemies, whoever, however. Tell them that Detroit Drew, the DSA is going live right here tomorrow night, 1 p.m. to talk some basketball, to talk some Detroit Pistons. Whatever, however, man. Be sure to spread the word, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And that's the bottom line, damn it, because Detroit Drew said so. Peace. See you guys tomorrow. I can't wait to talk to the boys. I can't wait to continue talking to you guys. Peace.
Are you ready? Are you ready?